Welcome or welcome back to Mooncat Tarot. Today we're going to do a reading for the month of September, and this is going to be a collective reading using the Oracle and Tarot cards here. And so we're going to open up and receive what message is here. Now, the month of September is really the beginning of fall, and that is my favorite season. And it's the time of the harvest, so it's a time to think about the year behind you. It's a time to think about what direction you want to be going in. And it's a time to see how the work you're doing is adding up and see where it's taking you. Is it going in the direction that you want it to go in? Are you putting your efforts in where it's most beneficial or where you want it to be so that it can take you where you want to go? So these are the themes of harvest that we're going to be considering today. Okay. And it's all about, as this card says, reaching your destination. And this is a time when, if you take that pause, if you focus on where it is that you want to go, then this is going to be an empowering moment where your light is shining brightly. And so that castle in the sky becomes something real that can be manifested. So as you hear that message, just sit and think, what is your castle in the sky? What is it that you're dreaming of? Where do you want to go? I am hearing the message that this is a time of promise, a time filled with potential. All right. The next card that's coming out is telling me that there have been struggles along the way. You've been through a hard path, and during this time of challenge, what's important is to maintain the trust that there is a divine plan. So we have maintaining trust and keeping your eye on your mental eye, that is, on what it is that you're heading towards, not necessarily the circumstances that you find yourself in. And then we have faraway places, get ready for new horizons. And so that makes me think of that Dr. Seuss book, You'll Never Know How Far You'll Go. And so it may even surprise you when you set that dream before you, that castle in the sky that you're laboring towards. When you set that dream before you, it may even surprise you how far it takes you and where you're going to go. So let's use the tarot to get some more information here. Okay. All right, we've got Queen of Cups. This is very powerful feminine energy, deep psyche, and also emotional balance. And so this is leading from the heart and being in tune with your emotions and your psyche. This is a wholesome spiritual quality. And so one place of healing, and to a place of love coming from the heart, coming from your heart and leading with your heart. And that this brings you the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a happy, stable life, a stable home shared with family and loved ones. This even is an indication of marriage. And this may be the direction that you're heading in. So I've just noticed my camera's at a bit of an angle. I'm going to try to adjust that here. There we go. That should be a little better. I also see the Ten of Wands, which is confirming that there has been a lot of struggle here as you've been trying to reach this goal. It's confirmation of that Oracle card. But the thing about the Ten of Wands, in the imagery of the traditional tarot, is that the persona has almost reached the point where the burdens can be set down. You've been carrying heavy burdens for a long time, but it is not so much further to go. Okay, so following the message I received earlier, this is a time of promise. I'm also hearing it's a promising year. So it is what lies before you is a lot of positivity and forward momentum in a positive direction. And so after all this struggle and challenge, it's going to be like pulling the slingshot back and stretching it to the point of extreme tension, and then the snap of letting it go. And that's that sudden flight, that sudden flying forward, that sudden burst of freedom. It's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. Okay. So part of what has been burdening you... Oh, I knocked the camera over again. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so part of what's been burdening you and part of what has caused the struggle is this... It's Five of Pentacles. It's a feeling of lack. This does mean poverty or not having enough money, but it also means feeling left out, not included. Not wanted. And this is what is changing for you. This is the burden to be set down, that you will not have to carry anymore. These struggles of feeling cast out and left with nothing. And specifically getting those words as well. That the feeling is of being cast out and left with nothing. But what's charging in for you is this Knight of Pentacles. Charging in with not just the money, the Pentacles. They do represent earthly money, as that is a form of energy in our physical world. They also do represent having that spiritual energy. So what's being delivered to you is not just that physical representation of energy, which is money, but also the energy, the optimism, the reconnection with spirit. Your connection to spirit will be bolstered, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and so this takes you into a new direction. And I'm going to need more space here. This takes you into a new direction with the Fool. And I'm seeing that the new direction is something that is well protected for you by Spirit. This is why we have the High Priestess card. Remember, she holds the scroll, or sometimes the Torah. Essentially, that she holds the book of wisdom. She knows what your fate is, what your destiny is. She knows what your highest potential is, and that the path towards this highest potential is protected. And even nobody gets through life without struggling. Okay, so this is a little bit of a segue, but I'm being guided into this message. No one gets out of life unscathed. It's going to teach you lessons. It's going to be hard sometimes, and challenges can come in a variety of forms. We seem to be looking mostly at physical challenges here, and those can be so devastating, but I can see that there is deliverance from these challenges. Know that the struggle along the way is not a waste. The struggle along the way is a very important part of this journey, because it is through the struggle where the soul lessons are learned. It is through the struggle that we gain our ability to persevere. It is through the struggle where we build our strength. You can't build muscles without doing the work. And you can't build your spiritual muscles either without going through the challenges. We are all here to learn, where Earth is a school, and we learn through our challenges. So the important message that I'm ultimately trying to get to here is to not be down on yourself. Do not look back and feel poorly about yourself because of struggling. That struggle was also part of your record, part of your path and your fate. You did nothing wrong. And it's important to understand that struggles come even when, especially when you are aligned to your path. So it is not an indication in any way of some kind of failure. And often what is in this world perceived as failure is not that at all. It is actually a challenge which can only come because you are succeeding on your spiritual path. And what looks like success spiritually is not the same thing as how the material world measures success. So understand that you can take pride, not too much pride, but take pride in overcoming the challenges that you have faced, and in knowing that through those challenges you have grown as a person. When you look at yourself today and compare that to the person that you were 10 years ago, that's going to be a very different person. And that's true for all of us, because we are here to experience challenges and evolve. And then finally here in the message today, we have the Chariot card. And there's that forward momentum I was talking about with the release of the slingshot, or often the metaphor of a rubber band is used. Same idea. The tension that you experience, the tension and the resistance you experience, boom, shifts into forward motion. And so the Chariot is a rise forward, very swift. And it also means rising above those who would oppose you. The chariot races were a form of celebration. Another civilization was conquered. The celebration was a chariot race. And so the chariot indicates also that a form of success, not necessarily battle, but a form of success that carries you forward swiftly and rises you above those who would oppose you. And so your way is then clear. Your way is then clear and free, and you're able to move forward quickly. And this is where you find yourself once again in balance. If the struggle was taking you off balance, because remember that the Chariot is led by the yin yang lions, the white and the black. So we have that balance of opposites in the forward momentum. Okay, so this is a very positive reading for the season, the end of this year and the beginning of the next. And I understanding that as we go into the next year, this is where you start to feel the rush of that forward motion. And remember, this is a very positive change, a very positive direction, taking you towards whatever is your very personal castle in the sky. That concludes today's reading, and so I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the reading and found something of value within it. I have an online channel where I offer personal readings, and I am continuing to offer a drawing for a free reading for those who comment on my videos. So if you leave comments on this video, you will automatically enter into that drawing, and you may very well win a free personalized video reading. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. I truly do appreciate my viewers, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.